Win, place, or show. Harness racing could be on the comeback trail in Regina. Now, the sport ran out of steam 5 years ago. Well, tonight, one group is betting it has a plan to put the sport back on its feet. The CBC's Dean Gutau reports.
Actual finish line, and we're getting right onto the track now. And this shot that you're showing
right now, it's little more than bald prairie. But Glenn LeDrew can already see his dream taking shape. A racetrack and the return of harness racing to Regina.
So we just know, based on what we've seen the last few years, the sport is starting to have a resurgence here in the province.
5 years ago, harness racing was shut down at Regina's Queensbury Downs. With the explosion of casinos, fewer people were betting at the track. Then Regina Exhibition Association dramatically cut back the number of racing days, and soon harness racing was gone.
And we've got a clear idea where we want to go, and racing is not part of our long-term future at Exhibition Park.
But LeDrew says harness racing has a future here, just a couple of kilometers west of the city. He says this will be a much smaller operation than Queensbury Downs. It won't be as financially reliant on people placing bets and doesn't intend to compete with casinos. Instead, it will focus on the sport.
But is that atmosphere that we are designing to have here, that we're trying to create here, that will get some younger people involved? It's just something completely different from a VLT or the slots or the gaming that way.
The racetrack is scheduled to be opened in late fall, and racing will begin here next summer.
We're at the area we're going to now. This is where the finish is going to be ultimately.
Glenn LeDrew says he can hardly wait for the first horse to cross this finish line and for harness racing to return to Regina in a way that will go the distance. Dean Gutau, CBC News, Regina.